I don't really have much of a script for this video, but I'm just gonna make a dubstep snare and sort of explain as I go what I'm doing and why. So first, I'm just gonna make sure the attack is set to 0, set the voices to 1, may as well turn the release down as well. Set the phase randomization to 0 for oscillator 1. Use the basic shapes wavetable and set it to the triangle. Turn the volume all the way down and use the envelope 2, and again turn the attack all the way down. Turn the decay down to somewhere up to about 0.1. I'll use, I think, 0.6 for this. Change the decay power, usually somewhere around 3, I think sounds good. Link to the level. And then I'll get another envelope, turn the power all the way down, and turn the decay down as well. Usually try not to have it any longer, or maybe only a little bit longer than the envelope 2, which is controlling the volume of oscillator 1. Just to maybe 0.05, and use it to modulate the pitch of oscillator 1. Turn up the sustain so we can just see how high it goes. And just try and go, make sure we stop before it's not audible anymore. Turn the sustain back down, and then we'll add oscillator 2, turning the phase randomization down. Turn off note track, and set the wavetable to white noise. And pitch it down about 36 semitones. The reason I like to use a wavetable is because if you're just using a sample, you don't really have control of which part of the sample you're using. So yeah, a wavetable gives you more control. That's why I like it. And then we'll get envelope 4. Set the attack to the same as the decay of envelope 2, so 0.06 seconds. Turn the sustain all the way down, and turn the decay all the way down again, like we did with the decay power all the way down, like with envelope 3. Use this to modulate the level of oscillator 2. And we've got the start of a snare. Change the decay how we want. And usually I'll use this to modulate the position of the wavetable as well. So I should have mentioned I gave this oscillator 2 the white noise 2 unison voices and turned the tune all the way up so that it's stereo rather than just, if you have it like this, it's just mono. But here it's got different phase for each left and right channel, so that makes it wider. Then what I usually do is I get a filter, set it to the 24 dB option, set the blend to about 1.5, and turn the resonance all the way down. Then set the cutoff to somewhere around 24. We'll make sure this is only affecting oscillator 2. The reason we're doing that is because we don't want any of the low frequencies in the white noise. So that's how we're getting rid of that. Then I'll add some distortion. Might make the envelope a bit longer. Another thing that can be useful, especially when making dubstep snares, is if I set up the EQ like this, you can sort of hear the effect I'm going for, but it sounds kind of weird, especially when the triangle wave is playing. So what I like to do is I like to turn the gain all the way down, then use an envelope for this, set it to saw up, turn the smooth all the way down, set it to envelope, seconds, and sine mode, then turn this all the way up. Then modulate the level of the EQ band. And change the how we want this to be. Also how far we want it to go up and what level we want it to start at. I think this sounds pretty good. Might turn the distortion down a little bit. Maybe up a bit more. I think I might make this envelope a bit shorter, the one that's controlling the triangle wave, the volume of it. I can change the levels of the oscillators. If I think one's too loud, just turn it down a bit. I think this sounds pretty good. Then you just set this to a mixed track. I just like to use free limiter for this. I'm just going to clip off any transient we don't need. Other thing we can do, we want to click here transient, so we can turn on the white noise sample oscillator, and we can give it a new envelope, or what I usually do is I just use the same envelope that's controlling the pitch of oscillator 1, and go into the, when I'm doing this, I go into the remaps, and just get this sort of shape to make the envelope more square. Gives a bit more click, slacking that. Shorten the envelope. One thing to keep in mind is when you, because this envelope is not just controlling the volume but also controlling the position of the wavetable, it will sort of change the sound of the white noise at any given moment if you change the attack and decay time of this envelope. Other thing we can do is we can get this high band of the EQ, usually set the resonance to about somewhere around 30 or 40, set the cutoff really high, somewhere between 120 and 130 semitones. It's just a way of getting rid of the really high frequencies we don't need. And yeah, I think we're pretty much done with the snare. So yeah, that's basically it. That's how I make dubstep snares using pretty much only Vital. Bye.